What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Afro Sniper X back in the Heezy for Sheezy with another awesome one, guys. Guess what? We are reviewing something super awesome today, guys. My second AK that I've ever had in my collection, guys. You guys remember the first AK, and if you don't, guys, we bought an AK when we went hog hunting in Texas, guys. Shot it a couple times out there, had a great, awesome time with it. Brought it back and shot it at range 702 and the gun blew up. That's a long story short right there. But guys, we stepped it up a notch, guys, today, and we got the Pioneer Arms, guys. Hellpup Grom series, guys. Hell yeah. And this thing, guys, is freaking amazing. It's pretty freaking awesome. Price point, A+, guys. We'll get to that later. Let's go over it real quick. Now this AK is a underfolder, guys. I think it is one of the coolest AKs out there, in my personal opinion. As you guys know, I'm not a huge AK-47 fan at all. But there is a few out there that I do like the K9, the AK 9mm. I think it just looks pretty badass for a PCC, and the platform and the caliber, just what it's mixing up and fusing over there is pretty awesome, to sum it up. Now, when it comes to the 7.62x39 version, guys, this would probably have to be my favorite platform. And when I was scrolling, doing my holiday shopping, guys, I came across a special website called Classic Firearms America. And I seen this thing, and I was like, oh, that's pretty freaking dope. Okay, let's check how much it is, because like I said, I'm not going to pay a lot of money, guys, for something that I truly don't like, right? Or something that I like, but it's not my favorite. It's not really something I really want. But the price point on this was like $6.99, guys, and I was seeing that, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to get that. So, you know, I had to do, you know what I'm saying, ordered it, and got it. And after shooting it yesterday, guys, this thing is awesome. Didn't have one malfunction. We ran about 3 mags through it, guys, full stacks. And that is 30 rounds a piece. You do the math. This thing is super cool. Love the wood aesthetic it has right there on the front, guys, with the underfolding stock. You just push that in, underfold it, bam. And this slide goes up like that. Pretty freaking cool. Very collapsible. The downside to it, guys, is it doesn't come with the optic mount right there, right? So there's nothing to mount the optics, so we kind of got to get scientific with it. Just joking. They make other options, guys, so we're going to pull this front sight off eventually, guys, put a Picatinny rail on there, probably throw a Romeo 5 on there, and sight it in and really have some fun. Although I will say, guys, at the 25 yards that we were shooting it at Discount Firearms, this thing with the iron sight straight out the box, not adjusted. I didn't do anything to the rear sight. As you guys know, it's an AK, so the front sight is pretty fixed. You could go up and down with the little swivel front sight right there. I don't know if you guys could see that, yeah. But other than that, you know, nothing else moves on that front sight. Now you got windage and elevation. Elevation obviously is the front sight. Windage, you know, would be rear sight, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I kind of feel like I had that backwards right there, but I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not an expert when it comes to AKs. I wouldn't say I'm an expert on any of my guns, but I'm very experienced with most of them. But this is the one that I'm not too experienced with, but I'm excited about learning. Now, I will say, guys, this thing spits fireballs like a dragon from Dungeons and Dragons, guys. I'm not joking, man. It caught me off guard a little bit. I was shooting it maybe like 8th round, man, and that 9 round chambered, and god dang, did it blow, man. This thing blew, man. And dude, I look back at my boy Jared, because he was doing he was the range officer at that time. We're real good friends. And I looked at him and kind of gave him that side eye, like, man, did that come out the receiver, man? Like, am I tripping? You know, having flashbacks to that previous AK. And he kind of giggled and smiled, man, so I was like, alright, I'm cool. I'm straight. You know, and if he didn't stop me or come over here, I'm good. And yeah, and continue to shoot it a bunch more times. So my boy Kayshawn comes over and he shoots it, and from a third party perspective now, I see the fireball and I'm like, oh, okay, it came from that muzzle, man. But at first it kind of, like I said, caught me off guard. Now this is chambered in 7.62 by 39. They do have a 22 version and they have a 5.56 version, which is kind of cool. I've noticed a lot of people were grabbing the 5.56 version, but as you can see, I have the superior, you know, weapon when it comes to 5.56, which is the AR up there. You can kind of see the bottom of it. I'll go grab that real quick. Let you guys check that out. Even though we're all about the AK today. But this is my 5.56 build right here. Pretty badass. Also got the Romeo 5 on this thing too. And if you want to know more about that rifle, there is like 4 videos on my channel. So go check it out. But the first thing I did change, the only thing I actually modded, well, replaced, was the grip. The grip that came with this, in my opinion, was dog poo-poo. Didn't like it at all. Had to go. Immediately. Had to go. Had to go. There's a bunch of other things I want to put on here and change and stuff like that, but that had to go. Second thing, immediately had to put on was a fat knob right there, because that AK charging handle, for my hands, it sucks. It sucks. You know. Again, one of the things I don't like about AKs. And the reason why I think an AR-15 is a superior rifle. But, you know, that's to be argued. But this thing is pretty awesome. It did come with 2 magazines, guys. Palmer, plastic. Again, immediately what I did is I went on cheaper than dirt and got 2 metal magazines. Because, yeah, those are good. They're good practice mags, in my opinion, man. You want to drop these things, you know, at the range and don't really give a crap about if it breaks. You know, that's this. The metal mags is really what I want to take into a fight if it comes to it, due to durability. You know, it's metal, right? And the Russians been running the metal ones for years, and so have other people, and it's been working just fine. But yeah, that's me. Other than that, guys, it does come with the Fox suppressor. Pretty awesome, guys, because it technically is a pistol, right? But to meet regulations, they have this on here, this compensator, Fox suppressor, whatever you want to freaking call it. And it is welded. It is a threaded barrel, so it's threaded on there and then pin and welded, right? So technically it's 16 inches. So you could put a stock on it. Nice, right? I have a legal SBR. That's another way to get around it. And it looks cool. It looks freaking cool. I mean, if you were to throw a suppressor on your AK pistol, this is what it would look like anyways. Possibly would measure out to 16 inches or longer, or maybe a little shorter, all depending on what suppressor you're running and how deep your pocketbook is, because it seems like the shorter suppressors cost the most, right? But other than that, guys, this thing is, like I said, freaking awesome. Everything is pretty smooth. I will say, at first, when I got it out the box, what I did do to it is I locked the charging handle back for about a good 30 minutes, just like that. And just put that spring under some tension, kind of put some wear into it. And that right there will just help stop any, you know, jams that could happen when it's a brand new gun. You know, this with the spring being real stiff. So, like I said, after I shot the 3 mags, I did do a deep clean. We're not going to break it down because then YouTube probably won't monetize this. And there's a good chance they're not going to monetize this anyways, but try to play it as safe as I can while giving you guys a detailed and cool, fun video. Now, as you guys could see, I had to pause the video so I could take it apart, so I wouldn't get demonetized. But we got it nice and lubed. It's not super wet, but it's nice. So if anybody wants to know what the inside of an AK looks like and hasn't seen it, because I know we do have some air gunners and some miners on the channel, so you know, we try to educate, we try to teach these new shooters and make it fun and cool and safe for them at the same time. And this is the spring right here. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said I wanted to, you know, compress it a little bit and work it in a little bit. As you can see, that thing is more limp than an old man's. Can't say that. Now, since we're off camera, I'm going to go down here and then do this real quick, and then we're going to bring it back up on camera so I could show you what it looks like with that spring installed. Bam, just like that. Heck yeah, guys, pretty freaking cool. And from what I'm told, you could actually function the gun like that, which is pretty cool. I want to try that. I want to shoot without the dust cover. So, did clean the gas tube too. Honestly, I probably didn't even need to touch it, but it's the gun person in me, man. I clean this side, I gotta clean this side, right? It's just how it goes down, you know, or else I'll be in the bed thinking about it all night, and you know what I'm saying, curled like this in the ball, like I must clean it, I must clean it. I'm not saying I'm OCD, I just like my guns clean like I like my women.
What did he say?
Now, one cool thing about it, guys, it does have the GROM Special Forces stamp right there. Pretty cool. I don't think the GROM Special Forces would approve this. I don't think this is in the arsenal. And then you have the little Poland seal right there. For anybody that wants to know, this is technically not an American AK. It is assembled in America, but technically it is Polish. So, you know, I don't know if that gives brownie points or takes away brownie points, but I like it. I haven't had no issues with it at all. There does seem to be some casting, but it doesn't seem, I don't know, to be honest. I'd have to take it to someone that knows a little bit more about AKs to get that answer. Maybe you guys have this gun, and you guys could drop that answer in the comments. Is this casted or forged? Either way, like I said, price I paid, I'm happy with it. Haven't had no issues. It has the sling mount right here, sling mount right here in the stock. Pretty freaking cool. Get a nice little cheek weld right here. Probably put something right there just to make it a little bit more comfortable. But other than that, this thing is pretty sick. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm your boy, Afro Sniper X. Like I always say, stay popping that air, stay shooting that lead, and stay dangerous. See y'all mother lovers next time. Peace.